Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am Lou Mongello. You are my friend. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you are watching live, I appreciate you being here. If you are watching on the replay, please be sure and join me and all of us every Wednesday night right here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I see a lot of you guys already jumped into the box. Always great to see so many familiar faces like Marnie and Jim, Stan Solo, Nikki Keller, Kimberly Bouchard, and Dawn McDonald Hall, Mary Wall, Rob De Leon, and Hal Cussler, so many more. Thank you guys for being here. Wednesday is my favorite night of the week. I always look forward to this. Tonight is going to be all about you because tonight I want to really just hear from you. I want to talk about the things you want to discuss. I want to take some of your phone calls. I want to play a little 20 questions, give away some prizes, and of course, talk about some of the upcoming events that hopefully we can do together. Don't forget that if you are local, if you're coming into town this week, next weekend, actually, no, wait, don't rush things, Lou Mongello. You're running out of time. Next weekend is going to be our, it's the night before our cruise. We're doing a get-together, something a little bit different. We're going to do a get-together at Paradiso 37. Going to have some appetizers and things like that for a few hours in the afternoon. Would love for you to join us. It is a ticketed event because there is going to be some food and maybe some giveaways available. But if you are local, if you're in town, you do not need to be coming on the cruise. I'd love to be able to meet and eat with you and share a handshake and a hug and possibly some chorizo. So Steven Schmidt says, what happened to my Disney in a Minute segment? Funny you should ask, because I have one in the can that I just need to get edited and uploaded. Kimberly Bouchard says we're going to have an awesome cruise. I agree with you. I look forward to all the cruises. I think I'm really looking forward to this one for a lot of different reasons. Like Lou could use a cruise like right about now, and we've got a great group of people. It's a nice small bunch. We have about 125 people going, so relatively speaking, that's a small group, and I like that because it really gives me the opportunity to spend a lot of time together with people, chatting and usually dining. Lisa Donato Glasser says, checking out this new live thing. It is. Welcome. If you are a first-time viewer, welcome. I've only been doing this for about 9 years or so. I think I've always done it. I think I started on Tuesday night way back when in New Jersey, and then quickly moved over to Wednesday. Before it was the Camel Hump Day on TV, I think it was a really good break in between to sort of break up your week. Amanda Catherine Cicero, always good to see you as well. Your prize package, by the way, that I promised you is on your way. Speaking of prizes, I have some other prizes to give away tonight, including, but not limited to, the oh so very elusive, speaking of things from 2009, the oh so very elusive Walt Disney World trivia calendar. Darlene Nagy, good to see you as well. Steven Schmidt says, been going through all the podcasts. What happened to the man behind the magic segments? Oh gosh, that sounds like a long time ago. Oh, the voices. It was the voices behind the magic. We did a bunch of them, and then I think I folded those into the, what do I call them? I think Legends of Disney Imagineering, or Legends of Disney. I don't know what it is, but I'll have to come back and circle around to some of the other voices as well. John Jones says, the audio is a bit choppy. Is there anybody else getting choppy audio? If so, let me know. Carrie Livingston Larson, nice to see you. Mike Vidal, Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York, and Joe Carey, always good to see you guys as well. The only thing better than seeing you guys in the box is when I get to see you guys in person. For those of you who in the box is coming on the cruise in a couple of weeks, super excited. And by the way, if you're not coming on the cruise in a couple of weeks, hopefully you will join us on an upcoming cruise. I'm excited for the couple of weeks, but I'm stoked for Alaska next year. This is not meant to sound like a plug, although I guess kind of it is, because I want you to come with us on the cruise. We went in 2015. Alaska is my favorite destination in terms of where we go cruising. But Alaska, breathtaking is not a word I use often or lightly, and Alaska is simply breathtaking. Every aspect of it, from the vistas to the excursions to, yes, the food, and of course the food. To those of you who are coming to Alaska, show me some love in the comments, or show me some love in the with the hearts. Lucy Stewart, I know, is coming to Alaska. Jim O says there's going to be a show next week. God willing, there is. Patricia Carlson is excited for Alaska. Unfortunately, Mary can't go on vacation for that. Well, that's why you should have come on the double dip. It's only 5 days. So yeah, I did a shorter one to hope to try and get you guys to come. Nikki Ostrowski is coming to Alaska. Super excited. What's up with the Alaska cruise, and will I be one of the youngest people on board? Joe Carey, I'll ask you your age because I'm curious. And unless you are older than either my kids or a couple of the other kids no, you won't be the youngest, because I believe that Lisa Donato Glassner is coming, and from what I understand, I think she has children that are 4, 5, 6, somewhere in that. So unless you're 3 and incredibly articulate for your age, you will not be the youngest person on there. Showing you love is what makes my video short out. Well, wait, why? What? Doesn't matter. Show me love anyway. Joe St. Vincent, probably no field trips tonight. I am not in field trip attire. So Lou Mongello will be the youngest. Probably not, but maybe not in age, but mental age. I might be the youngest one there. Jason said, just got off a Carnival cruise last week. It was boring. Curious about Disney. Jason, I invite you to please go back, listen to some of the shows that we did either from the ship or wrapping up. We did a show about 10 questions. 10 things you need to know about cruising on Disney Cruise Line. If you go to www.com, search for DCL or Disney Cruise Line, it should give you a list of all the different podcasts there as well. Becky Menken, from the aforementioned MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, they are not just partners, they are friends. Dare I say, Becky and I have known each other for a long time. We've worked together. We've experienced so many great things together, and it's just going to keep getting better every single time we do it. We've got the double dip coming up. We've got Alaska coming up. We've got that D23 Expo thing coming up. We got plenty of time to prepare for that. We officially, as of today, have 1 month till D23 Expo. And if you know Becky the way I know Becky, she's freaking the freak out right now. So, Lou Mongello, you still haven't won the promised Teletubby once. I haven't worn the I have not worn my Alaska onesie as yet. Maybe I'll bring it on this cruise and I'll wear it. We'll see. So, James DeZern, still the first man who ever bought a Disney World Trivia book from me, is looking forward to the Disneyland Quest. When I saw that you registered, I decided I have to make the questions exponentially harder as well. Corey Bassett, brother, I owe you a phone call. I know that, man. We'll make it happen over the next couple of days. I promise. Amanda Catherine Cicero is so excited for D23. You're going to be streaming at work. You should be there instead. I can't give you a handshake and a hug virtually. Will I be doing a live broadcast on the cruise? Not sure. You know what, Jessica? I'll definitely be going live from the sail away party. Don't know about the actual cruise itself. So if you have not turned on notifications as yet on Facebook, please make sure you go ahead and do that. You could do it either via mobile or you could do it on your desktop. Turning on notifications will enable you to get notified, obviously, when I go live, because especially on the cruise, there is not going to be any set schedule. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I will try and go live on Wednesday night at our regularly scheduled time. Don't necessarily know if I can or will be able to make that happen. Mary Wall is waving to Becky from New Orleans. Why aren't you waving to me? More importantly, why aren't you bringing me some a po' boy from Stanley, some Drago's oysters, some gumbo from just about anywhere, and why not, just for fun, I would love to have some beignets tomorrow morning with some of that amazing coffee. So I may go live and show Lou behind the scenes. That's not going to happen for so many. Top 10 reasons why Becky's not going to go live and or show me behind the scenes. Bill Matzner, good to see you as well. Some of the D23 panels sound good. Tough decisions have to be made. Listen, life's full of tough choices, isn't it? D23 Expo is a good example of that. You need to prepare ahead of time, decide what you want to go to, get your fast passes, and or get there early. Matt Shane, Sorry, brother. I goofed. You want to see some live shows from the cruise, I will definitely help you out. Lisa has to do some serious D23 prep now that you've settled down. Have you really? So far, I have nothing planned. If you go back and listen to some D23 Expo prep shows, what to expect from Expo, that will help you out. And maybe as we get closer, maybe I'll do a D23 Expo live prep show. I'll do a D23 Expo prep show, live, exclamation point. Does that make sense? What panels am I looking forward to hearing from at D23? Corey Bassett. It's parks, and parks. I believe in my little Lou Mongello hungry heart of heart that parks and Marvel are going to have, especially parks. I think parks is going to announce at least two things that are going to seemingly come out of left field. So I'll just leave it at that. Rob just finished the Morimoto episode. So hungry. Can't wait to go back. Rob, I had so much fun and so many leftovers from Morimoto. That was great. And Kristen Furman-Simmons, if you are in here, you were wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. It made it a lot of fun. And yes, I really realize that bringing more people on live reviews affords me the opportunity to eat more. Jeffries, Robert Shaw, has there ever been anything at Disney you've eaten that I didn't like? Jeffries, there's a lot of stuff at Disney that I don't like. And so there's a couple of things. My mom always said, if you can't say something nice, don't say it. Sometimes if I have a bad experience, it could just be my personal bad experience. I don't necessarily want to say that because it might negatively impact somebody else's vacation. Look, was, for example, Toy Story Pizza Planet my favorite restaurant on property? Absolutely not. Do I think that the pizza on the boardwalk is worth making the trip for? No. In a pinch, late night, when you're walking, stumbling, crumbling, whatever, back to your room, it might serve in a pinch. But I'm sure that there was somebody who was disappointed when Pizza Planet closed. Although, I will say, I did have a lovely meal, a lovely meal at Pizza Rizzo a couple weeks ago. Michael Goodwin, brother, I cannot wait to see you. I can't wait to do that thing that you do with me, and that I'm very, very excited for that. The more I've thought about it, the more intrigued I am about what we are going to work on together next week. It's next week. Next week this time, I'll probably be live from a remote location. So Lisa says, oh, that boardwalk pizza is so good at 1 a.m., you're going to need to up your pizza game when you get down here. Now, again, Florida pizza, no comparison to Northeast pizza. We do what we can. Via Napoli is, other than one other little pizza place that I found locally, Via Napoli is the best pizza on property. You can't beat it. Is it a pizza that you can go and grab and bring home on a Sunday to watch the game? Not quite as easy. But if you want a really nice pizza, you'll pay a little bit of a premium for it, but, you know, I obviously don't mind paying a little bit more for food that I enjoy. Kyle says, can we talk about how I just missed you at the Polynesian last week? Tell me, Kyle, how did I just miss you? And I was broadcasting from there. Why did you not come find me? Do I think Disney is going to address the opening day for Toy Story Land and the rumor about the great movie ride at D23? Stephen Schmidt, Disney is smart enough to avoid issues like what happened down the street at the dark place that we don't talk about that often, that begins with a U and ends with an Al, where they were not ready for a media event. They were literally welding during a media event, one of the things. So I do not think they will announce a specific opening date until they get much, much closer. Pizza over boardwalk laundry in the wee hours of the morning is darn good. I'm sure it is, but there are better options as well. And when you're local, you will understand what that is. Florida Coney dogs have nothing on Michigan Coney dogs, and Michigan Coney dogs probably have nothing on New York Coney Island Coney dogs. Nathan's hot dogs at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're leaving your grandmother's house in Brooklyn, back when I was a kid, that is a good hot dog round right there. Chris Miziano Gonsola says, how much are tickets to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? I don't have it in front of me. I want to say $59 for adults. If anybody else knows that, let me know. Karen says we have Blaze Pizza in New Orleans. That is very good. I will tell you, I've been to Blaze twice. I love Blaze Pizza. First of all, I love being able to customize my pizza. I think it's a great value. It's quick service that you can grab and bring home. There's a lot of things I like about Blaze. We'll have to do a live review of Blaze Pizza. I will have to pick one or more. No, why one? Pick more. I'll pick some of you to come out and join me for Blaze Pizza. Maybe I'll have to pick people from the Northeast because their palate is so much more refined when it comes to good Northeast style pizza. Patricia says the best pizza on the planet comes from Chicago. I think Chicago style pizza and New York style pizza are not meant to be compared. They're meant to be contrasted because they are vastly different. Thin crust. Chicago style pizza is like a lasagna, which I dig. I found out there was a quick pizza place in Chicago, but it closed. So please pick me. We'll have to figure that out as we start getting closer. Am I going to watch any of the CWS? I'm assuming you mean College World Series. If that is what you're talking about, probably not. If it's the Country Western Summit, I will also probably not watching that. I don't watch a lot of TV, to be honest. Usually it's late at night, and it takes me like 5 days to watch a 1 hour show on the DVR. So I have lived in New York. I totally qualify for the Blaze live review, says Lisa Glassner. Dan Kelly says, I agree with Lou on the two types of pizza. New York pizza is the best. We have Jersey pizza every Sunday. Jim Greenhouse, I dig it. That's one. So top 10 things. I should do this. It's not even a show. I'm going to do it right now. Top 10 things I miss about New Jersey. The bagels, and as like 1A, a bialy, because they don't even know what a bialy is down here in Florida. They look at you like you got two heads or a bad haircut or both. I miss a knish. I miss a dirty water hot dog from New York. I miss sushi burritos from the Pokeworks place in New York City, although I was only there once. I miss really good pizza. I miss really good, like crusty Italian bread. I miss like the local pork store. And if you're not from the Northeast, or maybe your name doesn't end in a vowel, you don't know what I'm talking about. But in New Jersey, in a lot of, especially like Italian-American neighborhoods, there was like the local pork store. And you'd go to get your, you don't go there to get bacon. You get like superside and fresh mozzarella and gabagool and all the things that you pronounce that way. And you come home and you lay it all out on the kitchen table and you stand there for hours and you eat with the fresh artichoke hearts. Oh, God, I could do that all day. The only reason why I'm friends with Tony Caggiano while he's still living in New York is because when he comes down, he brings the suitcase full of meat. When he comes down here, I'm going to have to just move away because there's no reason for us to hang out anymore. Carol Mill says tickets from Mickey's Not So Merry, Scary, Very Halloween Party are $74. Scott says, thoughts on Trattoria Al Forno in an Italian sense. So, Scott, I ate there for a media preview when it first opened. I do not judge or comment based on that. I've also been there a couple times for breakfast, which I've liked because it's been, they have unique offerings there in terms of breakfast. However, the last two times I was there, the service was a little spotty. That being said, I also went at like 8 o'clock in the morning with a party of like 25. So I need to go back and have a full, regular, like human person meal there as well. Tracy Grudy Ballesteros, are you at all related to Joseph Ballesteros at all? Like my Joseph? Like our Joseph? Same guy? Steven Schmitz, I dig Via Napoli. I love the big center table that reminds me of going to my grandmother's house, except there was a lot less fighting at Via Napoli. But I think that is, for me as a former Northeasterner, that has been the best pizza down here that I've had. Continuing on with my list, by the way, because Marty Raimondo, yes, a pork roll, Taylor ham, whatever you call it, Taylor ham, egg and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup on a hard roll. When I went back to New Jersey for whatever I went for a few years ago, I sat in my car and I had one, and I felt like I was being cuddled in like a layer of a warm blanket. Stan Solo, excellent point. Okay, understand what I mean by this. With so many people from the Northeast migrating from there to Florida, you would think that with so many Italians and people of Jewish, there'd be like a good Italian or Jewish deli down here somewhere. Nothing. We got nothing. So you can't go in and get a really good pastrami sandwich, although I did find a really small local place that uses the good Boar's Head stuff, which is what we used to own a bagel store, by the way. Did I ever say that? Yeah. We used to own a bagel store. Boar's Head is the best, and they import the bread and the bagels, but it's not just like the same kind of deli where you can go and get all the stuff. Marty Raimondo, I am starving right now. You need to get one on your way to work tomorrow. Although I will tell you, somebody came down to a meet of the month, and you guys are also wonderful to me and so generous, and have given me so many incredible gifts, both physically and spiritually and emotionally and every other way. And somebody brought this little cooler, like a little square blue cooler. I'll never forget this. And she's like, I have something for you. And I was like, oh my God, she brought me a human heart. I thought it was gonna be like Mola Ram, like dun, 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 like from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. But she opened it up, and it was a roll of Taylor ham / pork roll. So you cut that up and you put oh God, that's so good. I'm so hungry. Andre Leonardo, White Castle. There's no White Castle down here either. I would love to sit down with a Crave case and just they're so good, especially when they haven't cleaned the grill in White Castle. Route 9 in Edison, New Jersey had the best burgers ever. Marty Raimondo, Boar's Head is the best. You answered me a couple months ago. We set to move June 5th next year. Thanks for the help. Dole Whip's on me. Chris Messiano Gonzalez, congratulations on your upcoming move. Less than a year away. We will definitely get together and celebrate with the snack of your choice when you get here. Brandon Morocco, no White Castle. And I refuse, on a matter of principle, to go and get the frozen ones out of the Publix freezer. Laura Gravino, you'll be miserable an hour after the Crave case. That's true. Going in, they're awesome. Afterwards, not so. You need to plan your day and night and potentially the next morning accordingly. But Andre Leonardo is literally in Old Bridge on Route 9, brother. That was where while you're there, make a left and go down to Hunka Bunka Ballroom, and then when you're done, go and get a White Castle Crave case, or stop at, God, what's the diner? What's the diner right by Menlo Park Mall that I used to go to all the time? Right by the park, which I can't remember. Gosh. John C. Jones, I agree about Five Guys, although I will tell you, come closer, BurgerFi, which maybe is local to this area, BurgerFi may have Five Guys beat in terms of burgers. I'm just saying. Teresa says, bad pizza and no White Castle? I might have to think about this Florida move. But I will tell you that everything else outweighs that. The gifts that Florida gives actually outweigh. Oh, so Ed is lost too about a Crave. So a Crave case, when you go to White Castle, the burgers are like yay big. They're almost sort of bite-sized, and I may or may not have actually tried to stuff an entire one in my mouth at one point. But you can order them by the case. I think a Crave case is, you can get a Crave case of 25 or 50, right? Is that, it's been so long, somebody remind me. Chicago sends White Castle love, and Portillo's is nice too. I gotta somebody find me a speaking gig in Chicago. I will even cut my fee to make that happen, just because I want to go for the Chicago food. 30 in a case, Sebastian says. Very well. I do love me some Five Guys, though. There are some days that it's a Five Guys kind of day, but I will tell you, BurgerFi does not stink at all. So, Aaron King, I did try 2J's. It is it's a Floridian version of the Jewish deli and diner from up north, but it's just not the same. Although, I believe they had Knish. There. So, there's nothing like going to like Sherman's Diner in South Plainfield, New Jersey, or, what's the place we went to after the New Jersey meet? Harold's Deli, where the sandwiches are like yay big, like they're monstrous. Thieves went to White Castle, Taco Bell, and why would thieves rob the places where the food is least expensive? You can feed a family of 4 at Taco Bell for like $11.95, and that's where they go to. You don't go rob Taco Bell. You go rob the place where food's a lot more expensive. Patricia have at Portillo. Oh, Portillo. Do I know how far out I plan out the meets of the month? Steven, I try and plan them out as far as I can, but my schedule is so dynamic and often changing. I try and plan it out a month ahead if I can. Tabochnik's Deli. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Hey, Nick Lambourne, good to see you. Martin Shergold, the chicken tikka masala, listening to Lou and Animal Kingdom. Brill, my friend. I'm sorry you had rain today for your Wild Africa trek, but it looks like you had a great time. Marty Raimondo, I love Waffle House. I do. Marty Raimondo, you're going to come, when you come down here one time, we're going to get up early together and we're going to meet at Waffle House, which is right by Crossroads by downtown Disney. I mean, you have to, again, prepare for the rest of the day. But Corey Bassett, this is my Tron right here. Wait, let me see if I can do this. This right here is my Tron section. So there's a Tron disc. I have some of my original figures from the 80s. Oh, my light. Oh, I forgot to put my light back on. Mongello, I plugged it in. So I have like some of the like old school guys with their discs, with their glow in the dark discs still on them. I forgot to put my battery back in my light. Anyway, I believe I just saw, was that the Mrs. David Rashoni who just came in there? I called it Downtown Disney. Did I say Downtown Disney? I'm old and starving. Miss me some cheesecakes from Carnegie Deli. Pastrami sandwich on rye with the mustard and the pickles. That's what I miss. And a Dr. Brown's cream soda. That's what oh my God, tomorrow I'm going up to my secret deli place and I'm getting a pastrami sandwich and a Dr. Brown's cream soda. Tacey Atkinson, how are you, my friend? I cannot wait to see you and hear about the circuitous journey to, I know, a better, more positive place for you in October, which, by the way, I'm going to shamelessly plug because I know that she is coming. I would like you to come to the Momentum Workshop weekend here in Walt Disney World. Look, put it this way. If you're looking for an excuse to come to Walt Disney World, this event is during the Food and Wine Festival. We're steps away from Disney Springs and Great Eats down there. It's a 2-day interactive workshop. If you are an entrepreneur, a wantrepreneur, look, if you just want to turn what you love into what you do, I want to help you. There are now less than 20 seats left. I believe now there's only 15 seats left and only one or two spot. I think there's only one spot left for the Tuesday mastermind. So go to loumongello.com/momentum17 and you can find out more. Lisa is coming back to Momentum. She is a 2-time repeat visitor, attendee to Momentum. And this year is going to be bigger and better than ever. 2 days, workshops, and of course, all the dining that will happen after the day's events are going. So, DJ Rick and Eats make Lou a food mix using cuts from this conversation. Can you tell that I'm starving again? I've been trying to sort of get in cruise shape. I tell myself, you got 2 2 weeks to get into cruise shape. If you have a yogurt this morning, that'll make a big difference. It doesn't, by the way. But speaking of cruise shape, I want to. This is my pre-cruise shirt of the week. My Nautilus, because I was in a nostalgic cruising. Not that we're going to go under the water, but you know what I mean. Is the meet at Paradiso filled up? It is not. You can go to facebook.com/WWRadio. There are still spots available. You do not need to be coming on to the cruise. It is completely kid-friendly. And there's going to be appetizers and non-alcoholic beverages served. Although if you want to go to the bar and get yourself one of those sweet little margaritas, you are certainly welcome to do so. So would love to see you there. So Dave Rashoni, my brother, it is good to see you as well. Do the squat challenge. That sounds a lot like exercise. But listen, I need to conserve my energy for other things. So Rhonda Troop loves Dr. Brown's. God, I haven't had a Dr. Brown's cream soda in so long. I mean, it's been, first of all, I haven't had soda in years, but you would think I'd be in better shape not having had soda in years, but I'm trying to cut where I can. But yeah, I think I need to find some Dr. Brown's cream soda somewhere. Julia is sad. She's sad she's not going to get to D23 this year. That's okay, because even though you're not going to be at D23 Expo, I'm going to bring you to D23 Expo. I'm going to be broadcasting all 3 days again at D23 Expo Live. Again, Mouse Fan Travel, through the love and the joy and the generosity and the kumbaya spirit that is Mouse Fan Travel. We are combining forces once again. We're going to have a big booth with squishy carpet, because Becky, in the forum, in the collectors forum. And if you are not able to attend in person, you can attend virtually. I'll be broadcasting live, and I had an idea 2 days ago that I haven't shared with Becky yet. That's going to be awesome. That I know for a fact nobody has done before from Expo. So I'm digging it. Do we know what booth number? Yes, but the booth number that we have assigned is probably going to be different than what they call it on the actual layout. So I don't have it as yet. But Corey, this weekend we'll talk, I promise. Let's see. Have I ever talked to Yes, Michael Johnson. I know a lot of I've known a lot of the other podcasters. I mean, there's so many other podcasts now. I don't know everybody, but I will say this, and I've said it since day one. Like, I was one of the first 2 Disney podcasters way back when. I don't look at anybody else as competition. I think there's room for all of us to be successful and to find our audience. And just because you listen to me, it doesn't mean you can't listen. I mean, you should listen to me first. Just because you listen to one doesn't mean you can't listen to the others. I wish everybody felt that way and we could all be one big happy kumbaya family. But I do know a lot of the other guys and gals out there. There's a lot of really good people in this community, and I think that there's something for everybody, whatever your taste is. I think that we as hosts, we as content creators, become magnets for the kind of people that we want to attract. I was talking to one of my clients about this earlier today. You find your people find you, because you're like-minded, and that's why we're here. That's why you're here, right? It's not just because you love food, because I think we just all think and feel the same way as well. So somebody just said, is there really somebody on my left who I talk to? There's not, although I will tell you that now there is there's a Peter Pan silhouette that Nikki Keller had sent to me. So he is there, so at least I have something to look for as well. Is it a Becky puppet show? That's not what I was referring to, but that does not mean that Becky is not going to be joining us. In puppet format as well. Van Netcott. Listen, Van was old, so I think he may even start it up again. Paul was an early one. The guys over at the original guys from WW Today were very early on as well. They have since moved on, and from what I understand, the new show is obviously not the same, different hosts as the other one. So who's in the booth? Jim Greenhouse, Becky Menken, Puppet Becky Menken is going to be there as well. You guys are going to be in their booth. We're going to have some contests. We're going to have a lot of giveaways. We're going to have some special guests and some interviews. If you come to the booth, I'll have some of these bad boys to give away, some of the WW Radio pop sockets, and maybe I'll give one away tonight as well. So let's see. God, it's going by so fast. Alex Campus just picked up a ticket to Paradiso Meetup. Looking forward to seeing you as well. Hope that Paul Clark, I don't know if he asks for it or the D23 planning, higher ups put it. We're right next to Noah again this year, and Noah is awesome, and I love that guy. I love his work, ridiculously talented. So, any Blimpie-based sub shops? No, we don't have any Blimpies here, but we have a lot of Subways. There's Subways everywhere. Martin Shergold, I'm not going to be in Epcot tomorrow. I've got to run around and do some errands, but we can keep in touch. I want to get together with you, man. I know we've got to find a way to get together at least one more time before you leave and before I leave as well. So maybe we can hook up in Disney Springs one afternoon or one evening or one morning, or I can we'll meet up at a resort or something like that. So Adriana Ortega says, what's the best Disney cruise that I've been on? So by best, I have to qualify my answer because I've liked different ones for different reasons. Richard Sherman is one that is very near and dear to my heart. We had a huge group on that, a private concert with Richard Sherman, spending time with him and his wife is something I will never, ever in my life forget. Alaska, I think, is the most beautiful destination. That is a cruise that I will certainly not forget for a wide variety of reasons. I like some of the different ships. Like, I love the Magic. I love the smaller ships, so I like some of the cruises on the Magic. The one from New York that we just did last year to Puerto Rico was wonderful in its own right. So that is the most evasive answer possible because they're like my children. I love them all. I love all my children equally, but I love all the cruises for different reasons. That was the worst analogy ever. Your children are going to hate you for that. Let's see. Will I be around the week of the 28th? I don't know. Maybe. Yes, possibly. Let's see. Let me catch up. I have a very special guest coming that Lou doesn't know about. Oh, Becky, if you think that your special guest is going to beat the surprise that I have for you, you better just get ready, sister. If you only knew. Let's see. My 3-year-old wants one as a giant show. Oh, you guys want the fidget spinners? So do you know the story of the woman who invented the fidget spinners? I'll tell you very quickly. The woman that originally invented fidget spinners like 8 years ago lost the patent on them because she didn't have the $400 to renew the patent when it expired. A couple of years later, somebody found it, and now the fidget spinner craze has come. It's about to start going, although I did just see ones in Disney's Animal Kingdom 2 nights ago. Go figure. Steven Schmitz, the best restaurant on the ships. So the best overall, like one of the best meals I've ever had is Remy. But that being said, like, I know this is stupid. I love cabanas. I love being able to pick out a lot of different things, being very casual. You can sit outside. I do. There's something that I love about cabanas. In terms of the sit-down restaurants, Enchanted Garden has my favorite food usually, and Animator's Palette I think is the best overall entertainment, obviously dining experience. So, Corey Bassett, we are not going to broadcast 50 hours. Well, that's not true. We actually might, depending on how long we go every single day. So, Adrian, the Remy is on the Dream and the Fantasy. It is not on the Magic or the Wonder. So, a spinner Oy vey makes for an entertaining cat toy and loves to bat around. Yeah, it's going to be interesting in a couple months when all your kids' fidget spinners are on the bottom of a drawer somewhere. Okay, can we just discuss Nicholas pairing the ducks and Morimoto to picking a banshee? You know, as they get older, and their vernacular changes and they get more, it's so interesting to watch their development. And yes, Kristen was a wonderful guest. She's an amazing person. Go visit her site at kafcooks.com and read her articles on the WW Radio blog, which hopefully you're reading anyway. Ed, the Baked Alaska at Disney Springs at my favorite restaurant in the world, Boathouse, Steve Schussler, if you're watching. We've had that there. I've had the Baked Alaska probably 4 or 5 times there. Never been able to finish it. Amy Capwood, long time no see. Good to see you as well. Heather Drombowski Barnes had sushi tonight just because of the Morimoto review. I have been craving Asian food this week because of that. So, any news on the new ships? I think we're hearing 2020 and 2021. We might get a little something at Expo, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit too early to even announce a name, but who knows? Who knows? Tammy Orr says, are there still spots open for Momentum? Had a great time last year. Tammy Orr, as a matter of fact, I just was saying, I think there's like 14, 15 spots left. Those are going to go probably in the next month or two, and there's only 2 spots left, 1 or 2 spots left for the Tuesday Mastermind if you are thinking about coming. So let me catch up here. Sushi at Kona Cafe was brilliant. Oh, we had such a nice time last week. Thanks to everybody who came out to the Polynesian last week. It was so great seeing Beatrice and her soon-to-be new hubby Brian. Nikki Ostrowski was there. And not only was it nice, but I had the unexpected pleasure of getting to order sushi, and then Scott Oda showed up. So Lisa says, Boathouse, where's that? I've never been. I can help you with that. Because if you go back to www.radio.com/471, I did a live review of the Boathouse. I told you, when you guys move here, we will all go together. We will bring the two tribes together, and we will celebrate your move to Florida with a group meal at the Boathouse. So Liz Driscoll says, tell me everything I need to know about what's going on the cruise next weekend. Well, as a matter of fact, I'll have to take this. Here's my double dip folder and some of the things that I have planned in there. All you need to know, Liz Driscoll, is you need to get your ticket to come to the pre-cruise event in Disney Springs, and then bring your bathing suit and shorts and at least 2 shirts and just get on board. That's it. That's all you need to know. So, Michael Lechman, I still have not been to Frontera Kitchen as yet. It's the only restaurant in Disney Springs I have not been to. I need to go and do like a reconnaissance mission before I actually go and do a live review of it. One meal, Becky's paying. Boathouse, Morimoto, or Homecoming. That's it, right there. Boathouse first, and then because Becky's paying, I can do a lot more damage at Morimoto than I can at Homecoming. But I could do some. I mean, call up Amex Black and let them know that the charge is coming, because I can do some serious damage at Boathouse. So there was a chance I was going to go there tonight because my friend Steve Schussler is there right now. He invited me to go out to see him, but work and life, too busy, juggling lots over here. So Caitlin Corsello is coming in 2 weeks. Caitlin, I would love to see you when you come down here. Debating on the in-room celebration for the kiddos staying at Port Orleans in 12 days. Is it worth it? Jason, that's determining if something's quote unquote worth it is up to you, right? In terms of, is it value for the dollar? Is it, I measure those things. I measure worth in the experience that your children will have, that reaction that they'll get, the look on their faces, the feeling that you'll have. Depending on what you kind of do, they do a really nice job with the in-room celebrations. If that's something, that you want to sort of splurge on, I think it would be a nice treat for your kids. Iggy Tours offered to buy Frontera. Nikki says Frontera is good. I would love to take you up on that offer, but you know how much I eat. But we need to get together for a meal. I've been saying it for too long. After this cruise, then I have Expo. But after Expo, or in between cruise and Expo, I promise we will make it happen, because I do love me some Mexican food as well. And then I'll tell you about the secret Mexican place that's off property. That's awesome. Like, it's authentic Mexican. And I don't mean, I love Chewy's, but I don't mean Chewy's. Dave Coviello says, how long would I wait in line for Flight of Passage? 60 Dark Mark comes tomorrow, hoping for a fast pass. Having been on Flight of Passage before, understanding that I went during a media preview, not having to do the waits, even now as a local, hi Tina Cairo, even now as a local, I would wait an hour, which for me I would normally not do. And Martin, by the way, Lisa said she was so excited to see you go to Homecoming. If I would have known you were going to home, first of all, hopefully you didn't go alone, unless you didn't want to share. But if I would have known you were going to Homecoming, we could have tried to make that happen. So, Corey Bassett, I do not mean Taco Bell. So, Kristen Blake says they have to bring mint juleps to Walt Disney World. Who do I have to email? I can't wait until 2019 to have another one. You can get them. I'm almost 91.8% sure you can get an excellent mint julep at the River Roost at Port Orleans Riverside. I think they will do one there. Amber Brand will go into Chewy's tomorrow. Are you going to go get the Elvis Presley Memorial Combo, which I had last time, or my favorite, which I have a tough time getting away from, the Chicka Chicka Boom Boom? I like saying it. I like eating it. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom is the play right there. Lucy Stewart, we love Homecoming. right? We're going to have to go back to Homecoming again this October. So, Adrian, I've been to Polite Pig. I was there for a media event. Again, I don't sort of base reviews on that. I did go for dinner one night, not for a review. Had a really good experience. I need to add that to the list of things that I need to do a live review on and find some friends for. I waited an hour for Flight of Passage 3. Count them 3 times the other night. I'm sure you had a wonderful time waiting in your queues. Best Bloody Mary on property, Justin Walls. That's a really good question. Again, not being a huge drinker, but I do sometimes like a Bloody Mary, like on a Sunday morning with brunch. I remember having one I think I had one at the Four Seasons at the outside. I had one at the Four Seasons at the PB&G, the outdoor grill. And I had a really good one I think it was at the Grand Floridian Cafe, I think. I got to think on that. I have to think on that. Tacey says, can we do a boathouse or homecoming dinner, meet one of the Momentum nights? We possibly could. I can probably get us a reservation, probably not for 50, because that all of a sudden becomes an event, and that's a little bit out of my price point scale to be able to do. But maybe we'll see if there's a group of people that want to get together one night for a dinner at one or both, and see what we can do. So Stacy says the Bloody Mary at Paddlefish. I have not had it there as yet. David Picciano says Brown Derby. I do like Brown Derby too. I haven't been to Brown Derby. The Cobb salad, which I want to think is healthy, although deep down I know it's not. Hope the ones at Port Orleans Riverside are non-alcoholic. The ones in Disneyland, I dream about that refreshment. Kristen, I'll bet they will be able to make one for you, non-alcoholic, if you asked for it. So they're usually pretty good about trying to accommodate when they can. Let me see. Michael Johnson says, what's the best breakfast on property? It's funny that you should ask, because the best breakfast on property conversation actually led me to saying I need to do a top 10 places to get breakfast in Walt Disney World. However, Timmy Foster is both a late sleeper and not an adventurous eater. So maybe I'll have to find one or two of you. Wait a minute. I'm going to do this. Top 10 breakfast. Maybe what I'll do is I will post in the WW Radio Nation group. For those of you that are a member of the Nation, by the way, thank you very much. For those of you that are members of the Nation, maybe what I will do is I will post in our group and inquire, recruit, draft, whatever, ask nicely for 2 or 3 members of the Nation to join me for a top 10 best breakfasts in Walt Disney World segment. And then maybe we'll have to come down here and live review. I will tell you that the breakfast I had, I'm going to add this to the list automatically. The breakfast we had in the live review that we did at Port Orleans French Quarter was phenomenal. We loved it. Kona is definitely on there. I can let you know. Boma is definitely on there. Tusker House is on there. Okay, I'm giving away. Why even bother listening to the show if I'm going to give it all away now? I just give you 4 out of 10. Kona breakfast can be tasty. A breakfast crawl. Lisa Denoto Glassner. That's my kind of endurance event. Why does it have to be about the running and the sweating and the registration and the waiting and the corral? Why can't it be a breakfast crawl? How lovely would that be? My mind is already racing about how to actually go about doing that. So, let's see. Martin's got Boathouse, Morimoto. Martin, when are you going to Boathouse? Hit me up, brother. Come on now. Sydney Hall is watching from the Magic Kingdom, which I think is awesome because there's obviously so much to see there. The fact that you're taking time out of your evening and your vacation and your time in the Magic Kingdom to watch means the world to me. So thank you so much. Where in the Magic Kingdom actually are you? Samantha Brown is awesome. David, I agree. Tonga Toast is also awesome. Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York. You know the trick, though. If you can't get into Kona Cafe, you go downstairs to Captain Cook's. You get the exact same Tonga toast, just without the strawberry sauce, and it's less expensive there, too. So, let's see. Tonga toast rocks. Terry Gaff says the invitation will remain open. Are you talking to me? Are you talking? Because I didn't see what the invitation actually was. I missed it. Darlene Nagy, Sanaa is awesome. We did a live review of the lounge a few weeks ago. I've never done actually a live review of the full restaurant, but I love the bread servers at Sanaa is to die for. And then you get the butter chicken and the spicy shrimp, and what's the other thing that I get? I don't know. I need to go back. You know, maybe I think I'm going to resurrect. And I had an idea for something. I'm writing it down. I had an idea for something. I registered the domain name years ago for something that I want to do, and something that I just saw and our conversation. I have to figure out a way to execute on this idea, because I think this would be a lot of fun for something for us to do together. So it's on the list. I have to put it up on the board. I'm looking up at the board of ideas. I got a lot of stuff to do. Dave Coelho says, my live review of Whispering Canyon Breakfast is still one of your favorite episodes. Thank you so much. I miss Frank Casano, who has since moved overseas for a job opportunity with his family. But that was a lot of fun. He was a good guy, and man, that was a good breakfast. So Walter Songer loves breakfast at Sunshine Seasons Food Fair, which I bet you a lot of people don't even think about when they go to Epcot, because there's not a lot of breakfast opportunities there unless you grab something quick from Starbucks or Electric Umbrella. But if you make that long walk all the way down to the lower level of the Land Pavilion, that's a great idea. For breakfast, count Waffle House at the Buena Vista exit. You register a lot of domains, like one in particular. Yeah, it's funny because I sold that one just a couple of months ago. So I finally got a good offer, and I sold that one a couple of months ago. So does one of those Nutella waffles with fruit count as breakfast? Absolutely. Nutella is hazelnuts, and it's fruit. So not only does it count as breakfast, but it counts as a healthy, well-balanced meal. So Ed Buskirk, thank you. Ed Buskirk commenting on my my Nautilus shirt. Josh Jordan, sorry I can't be super active, having dinner with a buddy. Listen, man, I appreciate you taking time out of your meal to come and say hi. Terry Gaff says, dinner with you and Becky at D23. Becky already kindly declined for now. I will leave the option open, however. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be insane. I've got my family with me. I've got help with me, but you never know, man. You never know. Jessica Ashley Graziano says, Electric Umbrella breakfast burritos. Hey, now, I haven't had one. And I love breakfast burritos. That's why I love when I travel out to California, because there's so much of a Mexican influence there, especially on breakfast. Like, breakfast burritos are a thing, like, everywhere. So, Dave Coviello, and an Adventures Club episode, yeah, but, like, we're talking probably, like, 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. I don't think I ever did sort of a retrospective look at Adventurers Club, but I think I did one while it was still open. So I'm staying at Pop. Can I walk into Art of Animation and eat the food court a couple of times, even though I'm staying at Pop Century? Absolutely. And Steven Schmitz, I did a review of the food court a couple of years ago. I think the food there is excellent. I love the fact that they have a wide variety of options. You can absolutely walk over what I think was still called the Hourglass Bridge, but you can walk over the bridge, no problem. So, Lucy Stewart signing off. Thanks to you for all you do. Wednesday nights are the best. No, Lucy Stewart, you are the best, and we will get on a call this weekend at some point, I promise. So thank you for being you. Let's see. Steve and I heard the food is amazing at Art. I'm assuming you mean Art of Animation or Art Smith's Homecoming. Lisa loves the breakfast at Cape May Cafe, plus my girl's mini. Cape May Cafe is nice because I do enjoy a nice buffet, and you really get to spend a lot of time with the characters there. The last time I was there, I actually went to a business breakfast with little Timmy Foster a few months ago, and then I think a group of us went for after one of the marathons, whatever marathon it was, we all went for breakfast there. So, Deborah Capelucci Benson, Fort Wilderness Breakfast. I haven't been there for breakfast in eons. It's so far away. You got to get like on the park, and you got to get a bus and the day. But and again, too, it's a great value as well. Jim Greenhouse, the Disney meets in Pennsylvania were fun. I love doing the on-the-road meets and events. I don't know when I'm coming back there again. Although, and I'm not sure if he is in here, there's ongoing negotiations for a speaking engagement in Pennsylvania. So you never know. I like how the whole broadcast today is about food. That's what I'm talking about. Brandon Morocco, I said this is your show tonight. Whatever you guys want to talk about, this is what you guys have decided to talk about. So, hey now, I'm in. Becky, speaking of recording, LOL. Becky Menken, if you want to sneak in an email show, we can do it this weekend. Why don't you have your people see what your social calendar is like? I know you're busy recording with all your other favorite podcasters, but if you can squeeze me in, I will certainly make time for you, as always. Is a top 10 lounge episode coming soon with Becky Menken, of course. I think I would do that with Becky, but we'll have to do a lounge. Maybe we need to do a lounge crawl research trip. So, Becky, get your driver and a car service, and we will go to, could we hit 10 lounges in one night? Like if we start at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a half hour each? Let's see. Possibly. Let's see. I forgot my stretchy pants at Boma off to Magic Kingdom. Michael Camp, I've been following along some of your pictures, man. Have a great time. Let's see. Brian Lewis says, Becky voice, night maid. Get that Pennsylvania speaking engagement before August. That is probably, unfortunately, not going to happen. I know that you were supposed to be helping to try and make that happen, and it did not. So now I've got Expo coming up, and then I've got whatever else I got coming up. And then next thing you know, I'm heading to China, baby. 20 hours on a plane with the aforementioned Becky Menken. I have to get a pair of Bose headphones, like those noise canceling Bose headphones. So, although she's going to put me all the way in the back anyway. So, let's see, Meisner's, Bellevue, Trader Sam's, etc. I love all those places. The only problem with Bellevue Lounge is that there's no food, and I refuse to go eat the boardwalk pizza. Adriana went to Mickey's Backyard Barbecue this weekend. The kids loved it. Nonstop fun. And that is what it's all about. It's funny that you meant nonstop fun. So today, most of my day today was spent, I was asked to write a foreword for somebody's book, a non-Disney book that's coming out, a business book that's coming out. And I was talking a little bit about that, so it's interesting. The Lumpias are brill, says Martin Shergold. Martin, I saw that. I was a little envious. Even though it was Africa hot and raining today, I was a little jealous that you had the Pongo Lumpia. So somebody says that Father George is here. I miss Father George Goulash. I don't know why I thought about you earlier this morning, but for some reason I did, and I miss you, brother. And I know I missed you last time you were here, and we didn't get a chance to have you come over to the house or get together. But so see, and this is what I mean. So Maverick Eckstein says, do you not like boardwalk pizza? It's my family staple. And that's exactly what I mean. Just because I subjectively or you subjectively might not like something, it's somebody else's favorite, whether it's Pizza Rizzo or Pizza Planet or Boardwalk Pizza or Stitch's Great Escape. Just because you might not have a personal preference, somebody else does. And that's a perfect example. Deanna Wicks, I am so sorry that I missed you guys. Things have been, to use a Hunchback of Notre Dameism, things have been topsy-turvy for me. I have been swamped and stressed, and I am so sorry that I was not able to carve out some time for you. I honestly feel guilty about that. So forgive me that I couldn't make it happen. I need I've got my calendars. I've got my to-do list. I need like somebody to help me manage better the allotment of my time. So I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that I missed you. Steven Schmitz loved the pizza from Spoodles. I used to like the appetizers from Spoodles. I went there one night with a bunch of people. We ordered, I think, probably all of the appetizers, and we had a really, really nice time. So, Louis says, sorry, Lou, Jersey has the best pizza. I agree. Jersey, New York-ish have the best pizza. The snow is over in Pennsylvania. I should be good for the next speaking engagement. Yeah, when I got snowed in, I got snowed coming in, I got snow on the way out. But that was a lovely time I had at St. Vincent's. Some of the most, the nicest, most hospitable people that I've ever met. And Deanna, if you're still here, I'm not just saying it because of that. But Alex Kemp says, I'm a fairly new listener to W Radio. Started around the new year. Welcome. This is my first Wednesday live show. Really loving the food-centric atmosphere. A great unifying theme across the podcast, too. Thank you, Alex, so very much. Food is that thing that unites us all, right? And that's why we gather around the campfire to tell stories. We gather around the table to share meals and break bread with one another. And, you know, I say it half jokingly, but it's true. I mean, food is that thing that we have in common, and that's why I love doing the live food review so much, not to mention the fact that I just love eating the way I do, which if you would have known me when I was much, much younger, you would have been like, wait a minute, weren't you Lou Mongello, the super skinny kid that couldn't put on weight and his parents tried to bribe him to eat? Yes, that same guy, but then when I hit law school, it like all kicked in like 1L, 2L, and then boom, here I am. So Lisa also says, with Lou, it's always about food. Deanna says, I'm welcome at St. Vincent anytime. Once a Bearcat, always a Bearcat. I agree, and I want to come back and I want to see the Mr. Rogers Museum again because I cried when I saw it. But listen, Deanna, and I mean this sincerely, if you guys will have me back, I would be honored to come back anytime. Every aspect of that trip and the kindness that you guys extend me was, beyond compare. Adrian says, what's the best part to start at Food and Wine? I think you start at the Causeway from the bridge from Future World to World Showcase, and then pick your poison. Do you go clockwise or do you go counterclockwise? Sometimes I actually look at the menus ahead of time and say, all right, what do I want to make sure I'm still hungry enough to eat? So oftentimes I'll go left just because I like some of the things that I can hit first, and then, make my way around that way. So, trying living in New Orleans and losing weight, it's almost impossible. I don't know how anybody can lose weight in New Orleans because the food is so good. I'm 34, says Amber Bramble. No, you're 24. Still hoping I'll become less picky. I'm weird about smells and textures. Amber Bramble, I'm here to help you. Come to Walt Disney World and I will be your Jedi mentor. I will help you expand your culinary palate. And if there's something you don't like, don't worry because I'll finish it. Let's see. Can we see your Na'vi action figure up close? Of course you may. So I still haven't taken him out of the box as yet, but there he is. He is a handsome fellow. Looks nothing like me, I guess. Although I will tell you, I did speak to one of the folks from ACE yesterday or the day before when I was there, and I have a little bit of a better understanding of the process. It may not look exactly like you because what they're doing is not necessarily taking they're not necessarily taking your face and putting it on the Na'vi. They're extracting some of your DNA. So it's your DNA that goes into the Na'vi action, into the avatar, not exactly a copy of your face. So that differs from, he's all the way up there. It differs from something like the resin figures where they actually do take a scan of your face. Now again, he is also kind of weird looking, but looks a little bit more like me. Now I've actually seen newer technology where they will not only scan your face, but they do an entire body scan. And whatever shirt you're wearing, they'll take a scan of that shirt. So a buddy of mine has one, and his brand t-shirt is on the figure. So it's him in whatever pose you want to strike, and you can see the creases in your jeans. I mean, it's, to use a Martinism, is brill. It is brill. So, let's see. Any strategies for food and wine? Labor Day, the day Sunday before? Get there early. Get there early. John C. Jones says, no joke about losing weight near New Orleans. No kidding. They don't really extract your DNA. But it makes for a great story. Travel size Navi for your convenience. But you can get them, you can get them clothes. Oh my God, I have to get him a WW Radio t-shirt. I just realized I have to find somebody who is talented to make him a little mini WDW Radio t-shirt. And I almost knocked over Iron Man. If I put my hand behind the figure, your camera will focus better. If I put my hand behind the figure, I have no idea what you mean, but there you go. If I put my hand behind the figure, do you mean like this? I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Spoiler: they don't really take your DNA. Howard, where can I get one? Adriana, you do need to go to Pandora, and they will extract some of your DNA. It's a great theatrical type of experience when you do it. So, I didn't see you playing with your doll, sir. It's Spaceballs the movie. Spaceballs the sequel has to come out. They have them all in America. We can get a full figure of yourself. I think it's Martin just laughed loudly in the marketplace. I love it. If you send me the measurements, I know somebody who can sew. Yeah, I guess I can't actually order a little tiny t-shirt like that, but he's like a 12-inch action figure. So whatever a 12-inch action figure would wear, that's what he would wear. So, or if it's too big, just give it to me and I'll figure out how that machine works downstairs and just shrink it. So, do they just pick a random head then? So Amanda, what I think happens is because you're able to pick the, you can pick the hairstyle. There's I think 3 or 4 different hairstyles. You could also pick the markings on the face. I don't know how different the actual face, the facial features are, but the markings in the hair are different. So there you go. Spaceballs, the flamethrower. If they did extract your DNA, Lou's would look more like Peter Pan. A much fluffier Peter Pan, probably. So what is it? Barbie doll size. Well, let's do this. So this figure is approximately, I'm trying to do this without glasses here. It's about 9 inches tall. He's about 9 inches tall. So if that helps at all. What's that bird thing you can get to sit on your shoulders? A Tina Cairo, you can get a Banshee. You can pair yourself up with a Banshee. They are sold out. They're going to be sold out for about another 2 or 3 weeks, at least. From what I understand, they get 100, maybe 50 or so here and there, but they sell out almost immediately. Aren't you going to take them out of the boxes and play with them, Mark? But then they're not collectibles anymore. Just like I have to find, somewhere in my garage is my Mego Spider-Man action figure from like 1972, 3, 4, somewhere around there. One of my favorite collectibles I need to find, although I'm fearful that somebody might have stolen him from my garage at one point, but or Baymax. So Lisa, are you saying I have a physique like Baymax? Or like if you extracted my DNA, I would this guy would actually look more like Baymax. Either way, I think it's slightly insulting, but funny because it's true. So buy one to keep and one to play with. That's what I used to do with my Star Wars action figures, which is why I have so many Star Wars action figures in my garage. Let's see. I need to get out of these 8 o'clock shifts. Don't they know it's box night? Says Colin Kendall. Good to see you as well. Let's see. There are 2 sizes. Child. Oh, you're talking about the Navi. Yes. So you can get. There's like 1 or 2 adult male bodies, 3 different females, and 2 different children. Kyle Loomis, did you hear Spider-Man? I am a huge Spider-Man fan. I already have my tickets for Homecoming. I have been waiting, like little Lou Mongello has been waiting 40-ish years, I think, for this movie to come out. So I am super, super stoked for it. Have I seen the Spider-Man Homecoming Hot Wheels? No, but I'm excited for all the merch. I was in Target the other night, Target, and I already started seeing some, and I'm digging. I want to just have my own little twin bed so I can get Spider-Man sheets. Is there only one entrance into Pandora? No, there's two. You can actually go, there's a walkway from Africa by the Lion King Theater that will take you into Pandora as well. What's my favorite Spider-Man so far? The 1967 Spider-Man animated TV series. That is what I grew up with. Like Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, spins his web anytime, catches thieves just like flies, look out, here comes a Spider-Man. That is my Spider-Man. I believe that this is going to be the best of them all. In terms of the others, there's things I liked about both the Amazing Spider-Man and then the other Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield just did not. Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield was not. There's a lot of things I didn't like about that one, so we'll see. Are the crowds still insane at Pandora, or are they lightened up? So, Deborah, they've lightened up. That being said, you will wait for Flight of Passage. You will wait for the Navi River Journey. We were able to have lunch on Wednesday with no wait. I mean, we were maybe 5 minutes in the queue, found a table right away. That was not an issue. Able to get into the store, no problem. The lines were not very long in there. You will wait for Flight of Passage, though, without a doubt. So, but the land itself, excuse me, the land itself is not incredibly crowded. Because it's spread out, because there are many different walking paths, I never felt it's not like you're walking around like sardines. So excuse me. Let's see. Have I seen Wonder Woman? No, but I hear great things about it. I hear a lot of great things about Wonder Woman. So the next movie I'll see is going to be Spider-Man. So it's too bad it's not going to be on the cruise. I would go every single night. 2 hours later for Flight of Passage, says Martin Brill Shergold from the United Kingdom. I've learned how to say happy. I've learned how to say happy in Navi Nitram, which is Martin spelled backwards. Let's do this. You know what? It is 8:40 something. What do you say I take a few of your calls? It's one thing to read your questions. It's another thing to actually hear them. So why don't we do this? Why don't I... Oh, I'm getting an echo again. Hang on a second here. Let's do this. It looks like I'm going to get a little bit of an echo. That's okay. I will... We have the Groot book here. What's the Groot book? I love Groot, as evidenced by my giant Groot Funko Pop, which, by the way, John, if you're watching, thank you for sending me all of my... I literally just bought a 72-inch shelf for the top for over here to put all of my Funko Pops, because now, thanks to you, I'm collecting Spider-Man Funko Pops, and I never thought I would be collecting any Funko Pops. So, but anyway, let's pull up the... Let's see. Let's pull up the phone number here. Call-in number. There you go. So if you want to call into the show with a question, a comment, hopefully not a criticism, a food suggestion, whatever it might be, let me know. I'll take a couple of calls, and then maybe we'll take some 20 questions and play for maybe one of these, or one of these, or maybe both, or maybe we'll even play for one of these, although I don't have many of these left, so only have a few of those left. So did I put it up there? Hang on a second. Let's see. Put the call-in number up one more time. We'll take a couple of calls, and then we'll make it a relatively early evening so you guys can go and get your snacks. They should be showing Cars 3 on the ship, which I'm hearing good things about Cars 3. But in the interim, hey, this is Lou. You're on the air.
Hey, Lou. It's Erin King from Atlanta, Georgia.
Erin King from Atlanta, Georgia. How are you?
Excellent. Listen, since you had me at Taylor Ham today, I'm going to stick with food.
Perfect. Best call of the
So
night.
here's what I've been thinking, an idea for you to do maybe as a radio show or maybe just for fun for the box people. When I was in college, my sorority used to do an activity where we would have people who were thinking about rushing come meet with us for the evening. We would pile in cars, and you'd get to go to every restaurant you wanted to that was around our college campus and build your favorite meal.
Whoa.
So what if you did that per land and you could build your favorite meal?
Build your favorite meal. Interesting. So wait, first of all, what college did you go to?
I went to Florida Southern College in Lakeland, Florida.
Okay. What sorority were you in?
I was a Zeta.
Okay. I was a Sigma Nu. I don't know if you
Oh,
know that.
nice. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
We had Sigma News.
Did you really? Oh, wow. Okay. So tell me how this would work in Walt Disney World.
So what I'm thinking is you might have to pick a park. Let's just
Okay.
do Magic Kingdom because I think that'd be the easiest one. And then maybe say you're in Adventureland, or if you want to mix the lands, you can. So if you have a favorite French fry in one area, but you want a plaza sandwich, you can kind of create your own meal depending on whatever you want, because the world's your oyster at the Magic Kingdom and restaurant.
I like that. And that's kind of how I roll when I go there anyway. Like I like to pick from little places here and there. Like the Magic Kingdom is one big buffet. You just have to check out a number of times.
Absolutely, and that's why I love to watch your show and listen to you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I will try and execute on that idea the next time I'm in the park. Maybe I'll do it like live. I'll do it during a live broadcast, and you guys tell me how to build the perfect meal in a certain land.
Oh, that would be fun. All right, I look forward to it.
I
All
can
right,
dig it.
take care, Lou.
That's awesome. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. I love how the first question went right to food. You are my people. This is why we're friends. I get so excited in case you can't tell. All right, let's pull the call in number up one more time. Unknown callers always scare me. All right. Hey, this is Lou. You're on the air.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello. This is going to be weird because I can't see any. I've got this phone and I'm sat.
Oh, you're cutting in and out. It's Martin from the United Kingdom. Oh, I think we lost him. I think we lost Martin. Martin, I am so sorry that we lost you. I know that you said you were calling from, where is he? Disney Springs? Animal Kingdom? I think you're in Animal Kingdom today. Or in Pandora. Their cell service in Pandora is awesome. Awful.
I'm back again.
You're back. All right, so where are you calling from?
Oh, is it gone again? Right. I'm in Harambe Market.
Are you eating in Harambe Market? My son and I agree with him. They have a huge sausage sandwich there, which is phenomenal. Are you still there, my friend?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's I just put some more pennies in the meter.
Oh, I think we lost him. I think we lost Martin. All right, Martin. Try again, my friend. Or sorry, I lost you, buddy. Let's take another one real quick. Maybe we'll get a better signal. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hey, Lou, it's Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York.
Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York, with a cell signal is always good. I am always so happy to hear from you.
Hey, you know what? In 3 months, you're going to be in Shanghai, and I'm going to be in Disneyland in California.
We're so close, yet so far away.
I know. But, you know, one of these days we'll both be in Disneyland, California at the same time. You never know.
That's
Just
right.
like we're going to be living in the world at the same time in, you know, a few years or so.
All the cool kids are coming down. We're going to have so much fun when all of you, so many of you guys are locals.
Oh, I know. There's so much food. And I promise when we come down next year, Keith told me we're going to come down twice next year. So both times when I come down, you will have bagels.
Oh, you are the best.
Because I will bring you bagels.
You are the best.
And anything else you'd like from New York State, you just let me know, and I will bring it.
The only thing I need from West Seneca, New York, is Darlene Nagy.
Thank you.
And I mean, as long as you have bagels.
Sweet. Yeah, of course. And I know Becky wants the rum from Bacardi.
Well, of course, because Becky.
And I have not broken that seal yet, so. Everybody's like, did you open it? Did you open it? I'm like, no, not yet. But
I can't wait till you're
double dip
local.
is coming up.
I'm sorry?
I said that double dip is coming up in 10 days.
I know. I want you to give me the live end of show voicemail.
Oh my goodness. This is Darlene Nagy from West Seneca, New York, and you all from the WDW Radio Double Dip Cruise have 11 days to go, and then you will be sailing to Castaway Key twice. Enjoy that time. Go to the private beaches for the adults only, or go to the public beach and go on the water park area and enjoy the food on the island. It always comes back to the food. They have wonderful ice cream. Stuart and I loved it. Have a great night. See you real soon. Wait.
You're the best. Thank you so much.
Have a great night. Love you.
You too. Love you too. She's the best. Love Darlene Nagy from West Seneca. Becky Menken, 10 days? Psh, we're still in double digits. It's an eternity. Plenty of time. All right, let me put this up here one more time. What are the dates for next year's Alaska cruise? There you go. It is June 18th through the 25th. So we tried to pick a time when, hopefully, if you have kids, your kids are out of school already. Here in Florida, my kids have been out for they're coming up on their 4th week of being out. So, but hopefully you can join us if you are able to come next year. Visit mousefantravel.com and you can get your free no obligation quote from there.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Lou. You're back on the air?
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. Hold on.
Don't move. Don't move from where you're standing.
I'm up a telegraph pole now. It's quite high up here. I'm trying to make sure nothing gets in my way. Move that elephant. Get out of the way. Can you hear me still? Yeah?
I can hear you. How you doing, buddy? It looks like, from judging from your pictures, it looks like you were having a great time.
Wow. Tell me. Oh, fantastic. I tell you what, going solo, the wife's not coming anymore. I'm doing it all on my own. This is brilliant. I don't need family. I don't need anyone. I've got the phone. She tells me what I need to buy. That's all I need to know. And then the rest of it's all for me to do.
That's right. And you have family here. We are your family, so.
Exactly. I've not been alone, that's for sure. I've been doing 4 hours sleep, then getting up, and off I go, and everyone's going, hello, how you doing? So it's been brilliant. The word brilliant has been used a loads of times, I know, mate, but oh my goodness gracious me. It's crikey, it's great. It's just brilliant.
All right, so give me quickly, what are the top the top 3 things you have done or experienced on this trip so far?
I had a magical moment. Well, actually, yeah, that's it. I had a magical moment given to me my very first day in Magic Kingdom. How about that? And I've been coming. Can you hear me? Yeah,
I can hear you.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Good. Yeah, so I had a magical moment given to me by Disney cast members in, where was it? Splash Mountain. They liked the photograph, the way I did my picture. And so I was talking to them and that, and they actually gave me a free frame and the picture, which was awesome. I've never, ever had anything like that, and we had pictures taken with them. I'll have to show you the picture of them. That was so lovely of them. It was brilliant. So that was one of them. That was really good. And then obviously that night, meeting up with you in Holly. Wow. Hey, how about that?
That was nice. We had a nice time that night. We had good food that night, too.
Oh, Susie. Oh. I've had so much good food. I'm so glad you mentioned stretchy pants. Oh, blimey. I've had to wear them round here. I did all that training and it's gone to pot.
Listen, it's all right. You're on vacation. It's all about having fun.
Oh, I've had fantastic. I've had so many good bits, where people have been really nice, online as well. But the cast members, awesome. They're so good, and they're all learning the word Brill, and which is quite funny because I was talking to a cast member here in Harambe, and I said to her, "Look, here's the new word." I said, "Thanks for all your work," and that was Brill. And she went, "Oh, I'm well chuffed you said that." I said, "What?" She said, I watch BBC TV. I said, "Oh, my great." I couldn't believe it. She'd already knew what chuff was. So I was like, "Oh, I'm cracking up here. This is great." So I said, "Do you know what?" I said to her, "Do you know what kip means?" She went, "No." I said, "No, someone else didn't know what kip means. I'm having a sleep." Do you remember we said about that on last Wednesday? I'm having a kip. I've only had a little kip since I've been here. This is, I'll tell you what, if people think about not coming here solo, you should. It's so good because the cast members are so great. They really do look after you.
I agree. I agree. Listen, when I used to come solo, when I was researching my first book, I thought I was a crazy person, and people were going to be staring at me for going by it myself. But I've come to find that there are so many advantages to doing it. And I think that we even did a show once about like top 10 reasons to go solo. I think there's actually many, many more than 10. Lisa in the box is telling you not to forget Trader Sam's, Martin.
Oh, yeah. I finally met Lisa. Yeah, we went down to Trader Sam's at midnight. I got to meet Lisa at midnight at Trader Sam's after I'd been down Disney Springs, and I'd been to, I think, Epcot that day or whatever, and I'd just been total. Nothing stopped me. And like I think you said, look, was it is it ever ready? Ours is absolute fun.
Well, we're going to have to make sure we get together again while you're here, and maybe we can do something together live or do something for the show, because I just love your accent, and I'm not the only one, so. And I think we lost him. All right. Well, Martin, if you can still hear me, thank you so much for calling in while you were on vacation. We'll take a couple more calls before we call it a night and let you guys go on with your day or your evening. And hey, this is Lou. You're on the air.
Hey, this is Zach, a blogger for your website.
Hey, Zach, blogger. So Zach, what is your last name so people know exactly who you are?
Kaplan with a K.
And so for those who don't know, and of course I hope that they do since they hopefully read the blog, what are some of the things you normally write about on the site?
Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Anaheim, video games, Disney games, Disney.
I dig it. How are you, brother?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So you've been watching the coverage from E3, getting ready for some of the new releases coming out? Speaking of games?
Yes, I have. Were you impressed by the Spider-Man trailer? Did you see that?
I literally sold my Xbox One last year and got a PS4, so I'm ready for Spider-Man when it comes out.
Yeah.
It looks like you're watching a movie.
Yeah, it does.
It's phenomenal. What game are you most excited for?
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, man. I dig it. I'm a first-person shooter kind of guy, so I will find and or make time to play games again late at night when it finally comes out.
You a fan of the prequels? Love that prequel content coming to Battlefront?
So I'm looking forward to Battlefront 2 being a complete game. I felt like the other one was released before it was finished. It was neat to watch. It was neat to play, but it didn't feel as though there was a complete either narrative to it as well as a sort of a complete game in there. So I saw the footage, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. So
people in the box are saying about Star Wars, PS4 for Star Wars as well too. So
I have a question.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
So I wanted to know what your thoughts are on the Country Bears movie. It's actually turning 15 years old next month.
So it's so funny you said that because I was watching something. I won't even say what it was, but I don't really get a lot chance to watch TV until I'm falling asleep late at night. And there was a movie that I was watching that when I looked at when it was released, it was 1980, and I'm like, wait a second. Did this really come out 37 years ago? Like, I had to sit there and do the math like 10 times in my head. So now you're saying, what, Country Bears is how old? 15?
15 next month.
That's crazy. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's less crazy because I think a lot of people probably forgot about it or never saw it. I can't say it was one of Disney feature animation's most shining moments on film.
Yeah, well, I think it was what's that guy's name? The cowbell guy. I think it's his best work.
Yeah.
What's the guy from SNL? I don't even remember his name.
Christopher Walken?
Yeah, he's in that.
See, now I have to go back and watch it now just for that, because I think I only saw Country Bear movie in like little pieces. I never actually got to sit through the whole thing. It's
a difficult movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they show that in prisons. I think they show that and the Haunted Mansion and Home on the Range.
Oh my God, Haunted Mansion. I think there's like redeemable qualities for Country Bears because like all the bears are puppets and it looks pretty neat. But Haunted Mansion, there's nothing there.
You know, and on paper, you're like, it's Haunted Mansion, it's Eddie Murphy, like it's gotta be good. I mean, you've got to try hard to make a bad Haunted Mansion movie. But I'm hoping that Del Toro's movie ends up happening and we finally get the Haunted Mansion movie that we deserve.
Yeah, he needs to finish up Pacific Rim 2 and maybe 3 and 4 before that happens.
Dave Cobiella says, don't forget the Tower of Terror movie with Steve Guttenberg, which I think was better than the Country Bear movie.
Oh, my God. That movie is also not very watchable. I haven't thought about that movie in a while.
After Police Academy, it was all downhill for Guttenberg. So,
have you ever watched that, like the full thing?
No.
Oh, the weirdest thing is that it's a Twilight Zone attraction, but that movie has nothing to do with the Twilight Zone. I do give it credit; it follows the story really well of the attraction. Because it is about like these people who died in an elevator going to the Tip Top Club. Like it does have elements of the ride.
So at least there are some appropriate references to it.
Yeah, but it's just like 90 minutes of talking about a hotel, and it looks like something. It lacks any sort of cinematography. It's very much a TV movie.
So maybe you need to do something. We should talk about this. Maybe you should do something for the blog, like do a poll where it's the top 10. I don't want to say worst, but
least watchable.
The top, what's on the bottom 10 Disney movies.
Yeah. Are there any other? I'm trying to think of any other Disney park related movies we could throw in there.
I mean, I can't think of anything that was
not official.
Right. Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain doesn't necessarily count as a movie.
Yeah.
Nothing else really. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, you can relate to the Wind in the Willows movie.
Oh, the live action one?
No, the animated one.
Do you know about the live action Mr. Toad?
No.
I don't remember if that was made by Disney or not, but there's a live action Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Is there really?
Yeah, I don't.
You need to find that and put a link to that.
I have it on
DVD
page. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to actually see it, but now I'm slightly intrigued.
I think there was somebody noteworthy in it. I'm looking on IMDb. Let's see.
A lot of people are obviously saying Pirates worked well. Of course, I haven't seen the latest Pirates as yet. I don't have this sort of this compelling need to go see it in a theater. It's one of those I might wait for it to come out on Apple TV.
Okay, so live action Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, 96. Eric Idle plays the rat, so that's kind of a Disney connection. John Cleese is in it, so it's a lot of British actors.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of other people who I don't know.
Mark Thompson said Tomorrowland, the Tomorrowland movie.
Hey, I stand by that movie. That was a good movie. It has nothing to do with the park, but...
I think that the first part of the movie was okay, and then when they went to the other that it was all downhill from there, and I was sad because I
don't think
love it.
I don't think it was advertised as a dystopian movie, but that's exactly what it was. I think I have two quick questions.
Sure.
One's, so your dream team project,
right?
I think you should do a goal of a certain amount has to be donated, and you will release a Mouse Tunes, the complete collection.
I thought you were going to say something else. I was afraid
you
were
going
to say
no.
I thought you were going to say the grease tape.
Oh, no. I think maybe you should auction off a hard drive with it. I'm like really, I've been itching to listen to that again.
And I know that I don't believe, I'm almost sure that they're not on iTunes or anything anymore, but I do. Yeah, they're gone, right?
Yeah, because the website went under a different owner,
right.
And somebody bought it and it said like Mouse Tunes is coming back, and it said that for like 2 years, and then now I don't think anyone owns it now.
I know that website. Yeah, I didn't. My former co-host controlled the domain name and all that, but I still have all the original audio files. I'm actually looking at them right now. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Are you surprised anyone remembers that show?
Sometimes I'm sad that people remember. Look, you know what though? It was
good.
It was my first foray into podcasting. I learned a lot from it. My former co-host and I had a good time while we were doing it. And if it weren't for Mouse Tunes, I wouldn't be here. So I'm grateful for the experience.
Now, my second question, this is actually for the audience, is if you like what they're hearing right now, wouldn't they love you to finally do a segment on the Walt Disney World Explorer? I think.
Oh, the old
CD-ROM.
The old CD-ROM. I still have a copy of that.
If they love this interaction right now and they want to hear Zach Kaplan on an episode, I think they should voice their love for it and say, "Hey, Lou, bring this guy on the show."
All right. If you guys want it, go let your voice be heard, however you think most appropriately.
Yeah, a like if you do want it, a love if you really want it.
I dig it.
So,
it, man. All right, brother.
Have a good night.
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate all your help and all the contributions on the blog. Make sure if you are watching, you go to the WW Radio blog and check out some of Zach's work, man. It's good stuff there.
Thanks. Have a great night.
All right, brother. You too. Thanks, man. Let me hang up there. All right. Do it for the children. Becky has deep charity. Listen, look, I love the children, and we do a lot collectively for the children. But if the grease tape is coming out, listen. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes if that grease is coming out, because I'm going to be the one who's going to have to endure a lifetime of ridicule, above and beyond the lifetime of ridicule that I already endure. Hey, this is Lou. You're on the air, and I'm trying to change the topic off of the grease tape. Hello?
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 Hi.
Who's this?
My name is Courtney.
Hi, Courtney. I'm Lou.
Hello, Lou. How are you?
Good. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Bismarck, North Dakota.
So what is the weather like in Bismarck? Is it still snowing there?
No, we that went away, so now it's beautiful. A little windy, but not bad.
Nice. I like the North Dakota accent too. I'm digging it.
You've been to North Dakota?
No, but I can hear the accent in your voice. I've been to South Dakota. I drove across the country with my parents when I was a kid, and we drove through South Dakota.
Well, you need to come visit us in North Dakota.
So if I came to North Dakota, what would entice, other than coming to see you, how would you entice me to come visit North Dakota? Is it the food? Is it an attraction?
It's the fact that I'm there.
Okay, so let's say I came up to see you. I'm a food guy. What would we go and eat, or where would we go and eat? So I would have the full North Dakotan dining culinary experience.
You would have to go to, I would take you to Kroll's Kitchen, where you would have Nefla soup. It's a very German food.
What would I have?
It's called Nefla soup.
Nefla soup?
It's Nefla soup. It's very German.
Dare I ask what's in it?
It's cream based. It's dough. You would love it. Yeah, potatoes.
Okay, so it's a nice hearty soup.
Yes, very comforting.
And what would be the one thing that you would take me to or show me that would be that would really is sort of a North Dakotan attraction or a landmark or something that I would need to see?
Well, we do have Medora. That's where the Badlands are. We also have the world's largest buffalo statue and cow statue in our state.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
No, you can laugh because we're laughing at it.
And so what do you do? What kind of work do you do in North Dakota? You're a cattle rancher.
I am not. I'm actually a learning and training consultant for a local bank here.
Okay.
So, yeah, nothing too exciting. But, Lou, I do have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So my family of 13, we are coming to Disney World in December, and my daughter is turning 8, and we are going to do the Wild Africa trek for her birthday.
Nice.
And my mother is a little afraid of heights and is afraid she won't be able to do the rope bridge. Can you give her some words of encouragement?
Yeah, so I think the rope bridge looks higher than it really is from the ground. So when you see it when you're from the Kilimanjaro Safari truck, it looks higher and scarier than it really is. I also believe that if you choose not to do the rope bridge, you can do the rest of the trek, but not actually have to do the rope bridge itself. I double check to be sure, but I do believe there are certain parts you can skip if for some reason you're not comfortable doing it.
Oh, I'm not going to tell her that part.
Listen, tell her it's Disney. It's completely safe, and it's a memory of a lifetime. I did a video of it a number of years ago. Hopefully that will help, or just have her call me and I'll talk her through it.
I definitely will. You know, Lou, a funny story is I met you in Epcot in 2013. And my family had not been listening to your podcast yet and had no clue who you were. And now they are all obsessed with your podcast and are so mad that I have gotten to meet you and they haven't.
Well, next time you come down, we'll have to fix that. And hopefully I can meet the whole family. Yes,
this December, you can be our 14 out of our group of 13. We'll add you in.
I love it. I would love to.
So, well, thank you for the words of encouragement. I knew you had done it.
Thanks to you and the rest of your family for listening, and hopefully we can convince Mom to do that in December.
Absolutely. I'll make sure to tweet you the results of it.
Please do.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
I love the accent. And I saw somebody said that they Googled or Binged or asked Jeeves what the first ingredient was, and I didn't understand what the name of the soup was, but the first ingredient was butter. So that's got to be a hearty soup right there. All right, let's take a couple more calls, and then maybe we'll do a quick 20 questions. Hey, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hey, Lou. It's Deanna from St. Vincent.
Hey, Deanna from St. Vincent. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am excellent. I am so I just missed you, didn't I?
Yeah, pretty much. Just by a day or so.
But
we missed seeing you there.
I know.
We send you all our best. Yeah, it's okay. I wanted to call and tell you it was an amazing trip. And then I wound up going to Disneyland, which I prepared for by listening to your things every Walt Disney World fan needs to know before going to Disneyland podcast, and had a phenomenal time. I could not agree more about the characters and about the cast members and the food. Oh my God, it was amazing.
What was your favorite part or favorite memory or favorite experience that you had in Disneyland?
So I had these three ridiculous moments right over my birthday. One was we ate at Carthay Circle for my birthday dinner, and we had probably the most amazing server I've ever had in my entire life. Her name was Holly, so if anyone is ever going to Carthay Circle, please ask for Holly. She was amazing. She made it so super special and just made us feel like we were the most important people. She gave us a tour of the restaurant, told us about some memories she had with Diane Disney, like ridiculous stuff. And then we were in line for The Little Mermaid right before seeing World of Color, and a man saw my birthday button and gave us fast passes from Club 33, and I just started sobbing immediately. And then the next morning we went for breakfast at Storytellers Cafe at the Grand Californian, and we had Chip and Dale separately make that be the best character experience we had ever had. They were hysterical. Dale probably sat at our table for a solid 20 minutes. It was so funny. They were awesome. And but I got all ready for it listening to your podcast, and I just wanted to say thanks.
Oh, well, thank you. And see, it's interesting how the best experiences you had at Disneyland, like many that people have at Disney World, don't necessarily revolve around riding this attraction, seeing this show. It's all the other things. It's the cast members, it's the characters, it's the other guests who are there that help to create the lasting memories.
Oh, 100%. It was just like every person that we had met while we were there went above and beyond anything you could possibly imagine or expect. Like you felt like you were at home and comfortable and so welcomed. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. And it was my first trip.
Time like that.
Yeah, it was great. So I went from going to Disney World and then a week at home and then back to Disneyland, which was crazy.
That's awesome.
It was pretty amazing. But I was so sad that we missed you in Florida, so hopefully I'll get to see you the next time we're down there. And then hopefully we'll get to bring you back up to St. Vincent. I know the students would love it.
I would love to. You guys were so incredibly warm and welcoming and generous, and we had such a good lunch that day, too.
Oh, my gosh, it was the best. It was the best. For Manny Brothers, you can't go wrong. Well, hopefully we'll be able to bring you back soon. And if anybody out there is listening and considering bringing Lou, I cannot recommend it more highly. You were amazing. It was the greatest experience for our students. They walked away with a lot of really great information, and I think it was really important information. So thank you for all that you did for us, and I cannot recommend that more highly.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate it.
Well, of course. I just wanted to call and say hi, give you an update, and tell you hopefully we'll get to see you next time.
I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you had a great time.
Thanks. And thanks for your help in getting ready for it.
Oh, great. I hope to see you soon.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, they were so nice. She's so nice. It warms the cock. I don't know however many cockles I have in my heart. They're all warm now, Deanna, because of that call, because you had a great time, because you had such nice things to say about my experience up there in the snow, and you guys were so good to me. So thank you very much for that. All right, what do you say we'll take one more call, and then we will call it a night tonight, so you guys can get on with your day or with your evening. I'm trying to quickly print. Becky says they don't print them on the Fast Passes anymore, so if you have one, hold on to it. Michael Ross says, what's up, nation? Looking thin, Lou. How do I do it? I'm going to tell you my secret. It's black. Black is slimming, appropriate lighting, a lot of smoke and mirrors. And I'm not standing up. So there you go. Father George, it is a beautiful area. It was a beautiful area, and it was spectacular. In the snow was just, it was wonderful. So next caller, it's Lou. You're on the air.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, who's this?
It's Brandon Morocco.
Brandon Morocco. How are you, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Where are you calling from?
Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois. People keep saying I need to get up there. We were talking earlier that I've got to get up there for the food. So if I come to Chicago, Brandon, what is the one thing I have to be sure that I eat?
Probably Portillo's.
There you go.
So I always hear people who move away, that's like the first place they stop at when they come back. It's Portillo's.
Nice. I will make that happen.
I go there every Friday, actually. It's awesome.
Nice. So what can I do for you? You have any questions, or do you want me to, let me ask you how long have you been listening?
I've been listening. I started last spring, I want to say. Yeah, last spring, so about a year.
Okay.
And I listen on the way to my classes at NIU up here.
Nice. How often do you get down to Disney World?
About once a year. I just got back from my first trip to Disneyland.
What'd you think?
Thanks for the Cozy Cone tip.
I always love the Cozy Cone. All right, so what was your favorite Cozy Cone?
I had the macaroni and cheese one. The rest of my family had the chili one. They all said, because they don't listen to the show, I kept saying, oh, Lou says that we should try the Cozy Cones. So then they all said, oh, tell them thanks for us, because they all loved it.
Awesome. I'm happy they enjoyed it. It's still one of my favorite places to eat on Disneyland.
Yeah, it was great. I loved being in Disneyland, seeing, like, because you go to Disney World so much that you get, like, used to things. It was nice to see some different things. It was a good
there's
time.
A lot of things that are familiar, but I think it's still such a vastly different experience, the two parks.
Yeah.
What do you think is your favorite attraction in Disneyland?
Probably the Pirates of the Caribbean. I liked how it was longer.
Yeah. If we could combine our queue in World with the attraction in Disneyland, that would make it the perfect Pirates.
Yeah. I don't think I liked any of the queues better in Disneyland. I don't like being outside, like, in the queue. Yeah. I like the theming in Disney World.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, having more size and space for show buildings, plus the weather just being what it is here, we need to be inside.
Yeah, true.
Wait till you see Flight of Passage in Pandora, because the queue there is as long as some other attractions.
I'm excited. I'm trying to talk my mom into taking me there for when I graduate in December. So
nice.
Hopefully it'll happen.
Nice. And what are you studying? What do you want to do when you're done with school?
I'm going to school for journalism. I might get my master's though in cinema post production, because I like editing so much.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe
awesome,
one
man.
day end up back at Disney.
Cool, man. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, thank you. Thanks for everything you do. I just wanted to call in and finally get to talk to you.
It's nice to put a voice to the name on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thanks so much, man.
All right, have a good one.
You too, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There you go. I could do these calls all night. I could talk to you guys all night, but then we would be here all night, and I'm sure you have other things that you would like to do. How is it 9:30 already? I keep on saying, I'm going to do a short show one night, I'm going to do a half hour, and then 2 hours later, we are still here. But that's what happens when you get together with friends, right? And start talking about food. Time goes by very, very quickly. Before we go, I just want to leave you with a couple of last-minute reminders. Don't forget that if you're going to be here on Saturday, June 24th, would love to see you and eat with you at Paradiso 37 in Disney Springs. You can get your tickets at facebook.com/WWRadio. If you are going to be at D23 Expo, we would love to see you there. More importantly, we'd love to see you on the show floor at the WW Radio Mouse Fan Travel booth. And if you can't make it live, I will be broadcasting all 3 days at D23ExpoLive.com. And if you are going to be there, I would love for you to join us for the Disneyland Quest. It is a 5-hour quest through Disneyland Park on Monday, July 17th, which just happens to be Disneyland's birthday. It's an opportunity for you and a team of 2 to 4 people, get together, some friends, go through Disneyland Park. You don't have to worry about park hopping in between parks or anything like that. Answer as many questions on the quest as you can for a chance to win a 3-night stay in Disneyland or Walt Disney World with park tickets and some surprise extras and maybe a little twist or two. and some other prizes as well. We're going to kick it off with a breakfast at ESPN Club I keep on calling it Disney Springs in downtown Disney. There are a limited number of team slots available. So if you are thinking about putting together a team or want to be part of a team, I would absolutely suggest trying to register sooner rather than later, because registration is going to end in a couple of weeks if it does not sell out ahead of time already. If you want to come with us to Alaska next year, right around this time, June 18th to the 25th, the kids will be out. Would love, love, love for you to join us on what I think is still one of the most beautiful, breathtaking cruises you can take. Don't forget to visit the Logo store at www.radio.com/logo shop. We've got t-shirts and mugs and all kinds of cool, fun stuff like that. And what else am I forgetting? Oh, the purge is still going on eBay. I'm continuing to purge so much from my collection because I just don't have room to store it, and I'd want to share it with you guys. You see, everything starts at just 99 cents. There's everything from paper goods to collectibles and more. New auctions begin and end every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join us in Walt Disney World this October, I would love to help give you the same kind of excitement in your job or your side business or whatever it is that you allow me to feel. And that's why I started my Momentum Workshop Weekend, October 14th through the 17th. There's now only about 15 or 16 spots left. You can find out more by visiting loumongello.com, clicking on the Momentum tab, or if I can come speak to your business, your school, at your conference, and hopefully somewhere on the road we can get together and eat. Please, by all means, let me know. Thanks, as always, to Becky Menken and her team from Mouse Fan Travel. Whether you're coming with us on one of our events or just looking to come out here or to World or Land or to China, wherever you want to go, they can help you out. And finally, most importantly, thank you for being part of the Box family, being part of this community. All of you who are part of the WWE Radio Nation, thank you guys so much for your love and the support. You are the ones that help make all this happen, and hopefully you enjoy the stuff that I'm able to give you every month in return. If you're a member of the nation, thank you. Please help spread the word. If you're not a member of the nation, please go check it out at www.radionation.com. I think that's it. I'm losing my voice because I've been talking all day and all night, and I loved hearing from all of you. Thanks to all of you who called in. If I missed your call, I am so sorry, but don't worry. We will do this again next week, I promise. To everybody who's watching live, thank you. If you're watching on the replay, please join me every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to turn on notifications, as I do often go live from the parks as well. And check out some of the 360-degree videos, the VR stuff that I've been putting up on Facebook and YouTube as well. That's it for this week. I hope that you have your very best week ever. Please don't forget to go out, help spread the word about this week's show, the live broadcast, or pick one of your favorite episodes. I love you guys. I appreciate you more than you know. So until next time, I hope that you have your very best week ever, and that I get to see you guys again soon. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are proud to present a tribute to 10 years of Lou Mongello and the WDW Radio Podcast. And here we go. Here we go. Go, go, go.
Break it on down. Bless you. Bless you. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
Welcome to the WDW Radio Show, your Walt Disney World information station. I'm Lou Mongello, author of the Walt Disney World Trivia books and owner of DisneyWorldTrivia.com. You may remember me from such podcasts as the Mouse Tunes Disney Podcast, but as they say, all good things must come to an end. However, I'm pleased to welcome you to the very first episode of the WDW Radio Show. WDW, that's what it's all about. Just having fun, and sharing our common love for a place that so many of us feel is truly something special. I am truly humbled, flattered, and overwhelmed. I'm Lou, and really hope that you enjoy what I'm doing with the new show. New show. 2007, 2007, 2000, 2000, 2007, 2007, 2007, 2000,
It seems only fitting that for our first profile we hear from
Jonathan Dicker, Disney legend Charles Ridgway.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a real pleasure to see you again, and I look forward to a lot of times in the future we can have some good times together. I began in 1963 and have still done a few things for him in the last year or so, so it's been well over 40 years that I've been involved in trying to publicize the park.
Disney legend Charles Ridgway. This is show number 27 for the week of August 12th, 2007.
We're about to begin. In case of a loss of cabin pressure, just relax, okay?
live from the WDW Radio Studios in Scotch Plains, New Jersey.
The man is Tim Foster. Tim Foster is actually the guy that designed the WDW radio show logo.
Scavenger hunts and mystery photos and things to look for and hidden Mickeys and all kinds of fun stuff. Even seeing the magic through their eyes is something really wonderful.
I'm actually talking about Ron Schneider. Talking about Ron Schneider.
Thanks, Lou. It's great to be here. Skyrocket soar towards outer space. Imagine yourself in an infinite place.
Well, I'm kind of the host of the Journey into Imagination show out here at Epcot Center. I travel all over the universe, collecting the stuff dreams are made of. Sounds, colors, ideas, anything that sparks the imagination.
And I have enjoyed our journey into imagination with you.
What about science?